So let me just. All right. So one of the things that's really important as we go around that diagram from the self-awareness, the spiritual practices, the clearing, the integration, there's one thing that seems to me that fits across all of those sectors, and I think it impacts in all of those different sectors. So I see it as a really key tool to our spiritual growth, but it's also a key to our self-awareness. It's something that helps us in our management of our relationships. It's positive impact in our relationships. It stabilizes our emotions, and it's very good in the spiritual realm for making sure that we don't become too caught up in our own egoic, I'm a spiritual person, and not that I get that sense from you, but it certainly can happen to people. And I think it's important that we remember that life, there was that great book, The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. And I think that's still a great book, very thin little book, which I better add to the resources. And it's just a reminder, The Game of Life, that things need to be fun. And so, whether you want to or not, I'm going to make you have some fun for a few minutes. This may or may not be fun for you, but you can probably guess that I'm talking about one of my favorite topics, which is laughing. The problem is, once I start, I may not stop. Haven't really started the exercise. So we're going to stand up, and hopefully you didn't have too big a lunch, and so that you're not too full. I have to stand back a bit because of where the camera is. This is a bit annoying. So just going to have a little shake of the body, and as we do, just a little bit of ha 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 ha. And just moving the body a little bit, shaking and making some ha ha ho ho he he sounds. Ha ha ho 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 he 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 he. Shake it down through your legs and out through your feet. Ha 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 ha. Oh, oh. And then we're going to do different laughing sounds. So hand on the throat is he. When you put your hand on the chest, it's ha ha ha. And then on the belly, it's ho ho ho. So we're just going to move between them. So it's like ho ho ho, belly, chest, ha ha ha, and throat, ha ha ha. Sorry, he, ha ha ha, ho ho ho, he, ha ha ha, ho ho ho, ha ha ha, he, ho ho ho, he, ha ha ha. And then just move it at random wherever you want to and make the sounds that are right for you. So ha 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 ha, he, ho ho ho, ha 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 ha, he, ha ha ha, ho ho ho, ho ho ho, ha ha ha, he, ho 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 ho, ho 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 ho, ha ha ha. And then the playful part of laughing is very good, very good, yay! And once more, very good, very good, yay! Very good, yay! Practice makes perfect when it comes to laughing. The other good thing that is a bit of fun, which can be done sitting down, I'll just adjust myself, is a little bit of nonsense Pretty sure when I was a lawyer, I used to sound like this when I was giving my clients advice. Galijili babigajuluko bababligijili, hagajuluko bababigaja, gigigojulupo, ambigilujuluko bababiju. They certainly look stunned enough. Not that I did actually speak to them like that, although I once did one of those at a lawyer's conference. So have a talk to yourself in nonsense. This is actually shifting brainwave frequencies, and it connects the right and left hemispheres of the brain because it's creative, but the brain can't understand the words. So it sets up a different pattern, and it's really, really good if you're worrying about something or your mind is very kind of going down one track where you're thinking about something over and over and you're sort of having trouble stop worrying about it. It shifts the neural pathways. So have a little bit of nonsense. And then take a big breath in and all the way out. So then close your eyes for a minute and just ask yourself, how many ways can I continue to enjoy this laughter? So you can say it out loud to yourself over and over a few times. How many ways can I continue to enjoy this laughter? How many ways can I continue to enjoy this laughter? How many ways can I continue to enjoy this laughter? How many ways can I continue to enjoy this laughter? How many ways can I continue to enjoy this laughter? How many ways can I continue to enjoy this laughter? How many ways can I continue to enjoy this laughter? And then we go, very good, very good. Yay! Take a big breath in and breathing all the way out. Good. And now you can just have an intention of scanning. If you found yourself able to laugh and you feel like you had a few minutes of laughter, have the intention of scanning your heart chakra before the laughing and then after the laughing. So just think about where it was beforehand. Think about heart chakra before laughing and just feel it. You can just like rub your palms together and get a little bit of a feel for how they work. And then once you get a sense of wherever that is, then just tune into the heart chakra after laughing. So think about the laughing. If you did manage to do a few minutes and there was some laughter coming, and then feel your heart, and then just scan heart chakra after laughing. And usually it will be significantly stronger. Did either of you notice anything?
Yeah, bigger.
Yeah.
So our heart, as you know, is its own electromagnetic field. So it's got more electromagnetic frequency than the brain. And in terms of our spiritual practices, the heart, like the physical heart, obviously, if the physical heart stops, then we're not here. And the physical heart is beating or making that rhythm because of an electrical impulse in the body. So you probably might know that all of the brain signals are electricity, like they're electro frequencies firing. Our heart is an electrical circuit. And so the energetics around the chest and the heart then feed the heart, and the heart feeds back. And so that becomes an intricate connection. And also in our energetic field, the heart is part of our connection to our soul. It's like the intelligence that is connected and translates what is happening in our soul. And it's the way our intuition speaks to us, speaks through the heart. So that's why there's often that saying, you know, the longest journey can be from the head, the awareness in the head to the heart. So one of the many benefits of laughing, whether you do it because you're watching comedy, or you're watching funny videos, or you're with a friend laughing, or you're doing laughter yoga like we just did, which is laughing without any particular reason and without anything being funny. However you generate laughter, it's a very powerful practice for your spiritual journey. So, any questions about laughing?
I was
Oh,
you go, Cher.
I was just gonna say I love that saying about the longest journey can be traveling from the head to the heart.
yeah, it's true, isn't it? Because we just get brought up in such a logical society.
I was just going to mention, I remember, Chamunda, you were coming up with a bit of an analogy using like the car. And when you were talking about the heart is kind of like has those electromagnetic those it sort of reminded me of your analogy, and it made me think, oh yeah, it's kind of like the motor, and our thoughts are kind of like the onboard computer, but you're still the one driving, and you don't let the onboard computer make all the decisions of where to go and how to control the motor and all that. But I sort of thought, yeah, we'll have to build on the car analogy like you were doing, because sometimes I just think back to that, and it just makes it a lot clearer for me.
That is very good, because we were talking about that in India, weren't we? And I have no idea what I said. I remember talking about it and thinking it was great. Oh, was it to do with the soul and I wonder what I was talking about with it.
Was it like sometimes you'll have like a GPS, and then you'll add other things to the car, and it'll help you with your getting to your destination or navigating. It was something like that. But
yeah. There was something really good, wasn't there? I wonder if I actually wrote it down somewhere. How annoying. I'll have to wait for it to come back to me. I remember in the conversation how excited we got about it.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been to do with when we were talking about if we're not connected to the soul, then there's only half of us. But I don't know if that was the car analogy. Anyway, it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me when I'm like washing up or doing something mundane like that. All right. Any other questions or anything about laughing? It's going to be sprinkled a lot through our training. We're going to continue in the clearing, healing little segment. We've done some spiritual practices today. We're going to do one more now. And then if we think about our model again, the bit we haven't done much of today, we've done that isolating and releasing process, which is like a clearing. But we're going to do an emotional clearing one, which is something that we'll do very shortly. But first, I thought we'll just have a little tune in and just let the body and the mind settle. So we'll just do a short little meditation, and then we'll go into the next clearing practice. Anyone need a bathroom break or water or anything?
No.
Everyone's good. All right. So let's take a minute to breathe and gently close the eyes. And just take a moment to follow the breath as the breath moves in and out. Just letting the whole body relax. And then breathing in from above, be really aware of the spine. And as you breathe in, just bring down, imagine there's a column of light. Again, however you imagine, whether you just tell yourself it's there, whether you see it or feel it, or you just know that it's happening. Just trust your imagination. And imagine that column of light's coming down through the body, but it's back towards the spine. And it's going all the way down the spinal column, through the body, out through the base of the spine and deep into the earth. Imagine it's like a pillar of light. And just breathing it in again. And once more, just gently bring the breath in from above. Then just allowing your sense of yourself to slightly rest back against it. Or if you feel like you need to move forward to be balanced in it, do that. But generally, with most of us, we're ahead of that column and we need to rest back into it. But for some people, you might find that you're slightly at the back of the column and you need to come forward. So just adjust yourself so that the end result is that you are resting on that column of light, and it's very relaxing. And as you're resting on it, it's energizing you. And you can breathe in again from above, down through the body. Out through the base of the spine into the earth. And then just taking your attention down through the body. And just really being aware of the attention coming down through the throat. Being aware of your chest area. And then just starting to notice the lower belly around the navel. And just holding the intention. Sometimes it helps to just put the hands on the belly around the navel, just below the navel. Just helps bring your awareness there. So just below the navel and back towards the spine is the Dantian. It's the power center in, used in martial arts, and it's our navel energy center, our navel chakra in yoga. So just take a moment to rest there. Let your awareness move around till it feels comfortable. There'll be a space or a place inside the body where it feels relaxed and comfortable. Sometimes there's a slight feeling of heaviness as you connect there, as in being grounded sort of heaviness. And you just have a little experiment with having that awareness inside the body with the eyes closed. And then just gently opening the eyes and looking around a little bit and still maintaining the awareness of that navel space. Then you can just close your eyes again and check in. Feel that you're resting in the navel. It's a little bit below the navel and back towards the spine. Gently opening the eyes again. And then closing them again and keeping that awareness. And then just having the imagination that inside that area of the body, inside the navel, lower belly, there's a bright light. It's just lighting up your physical body and your energy field. Imagine that light is shining out. And it shines out until it meets the edge of your, whether you call it your aura, it's like a bubble or a light globe around you. Just imagine there's a barrier to keep the light in and focused on your system. And that light globe or that aura is out beyond your body, about an arm's length away. Just letting the light from that light in the lower belly shine all the way out to the edge of that aura, out the back of the body as well, down the legs. And then just being aware of the heart area. Taking your awareness and your imagination inside the heart. Feel yourself smiling. And let there be another beautiful light shining from inside the heart area and lighting up the whole of the chest, out the back of the body. Again, right out to the edge of your light globe or your aura, your bubble around you. And notice that there's still a light, a bright light in the dantian area and a bright light in the heart. And then just moving the awareness up to the middle of the head. And again, having a bright light shining in the middle of the head and going all the way out around the head, above and out the front and back of the head, right out to the edge of your bubble, light globe, aura. And being aware now that you're sitting comfortably inside your light globe, thinking of it as the lights inside a bubble, connected from above and connected down into the earth by that column of light. And it can be a really good image that everyone else has their own bubble, their own aura, their own light globe, and everyone has their own connection. And so for those of us who might be quite sensitive to how other people are feeling, it can be a good practice to pull all your energy inside your light and to let your energy expand inside that light globe. So imagine that you can just breathe in any energy that you've left anywhere, if you've been worried about people or thinking about people. Even just our conversation about food and industries and what's happening. When we care about something, we can send our energy out to attach to those subjects. So just pull it all back. It's like reeling in a fishing line. And again, it's your intention and imagination how you do it. Just bring it all inside so that all the energy is inside your system. And if it feels, sometimes it might feel like in some situations the energy shrinks a little bit. It's not strong enough. So just let it grow like a bright light. So the bright light is strong throughout the whole of the aura. And then just let yourself bring to mind, just asking yourself if there's anything going on at the moment that's a bit of an obstacle, or there's been any emotional upset about anything, or if there's a long-standing pattern of anything that kind of gets in the way when you want to go and do something that's important to you. And it's not overly important exactly what that thing is, just to bring something to mind that we're going to use for our next exercise. So just getting a sense whether it's an emotional thing like a self-doubt or a fear or an anxiety or a worry, anything at all like that is fine. It can be easiest to work out what it is sometimes by thinking about something that you're wanting to do. Like if you're wanting to achieve a goal or something, then often there might be something in the way. And then just get a sense of what would be the score of how big or small it is. So if 0 is it's really not a problem, and then 1 or 2 is it's a small problem, 5 it's medium, and if it's like 9 or 10 it's quite a big, strong issue. Just get a bit of a sense of a number. And just do your best to find whatever might pop up that has the strongest impact or the highest number. As I say, if it was worrying about something, or if it's anxiety or fear or frustration or whatever the thing might be, just bring the one to mind that's got the strongest and the highest number. Just make a mental note of that. Then when you're ready, you can just gently start to move your body a little bit, with your fingers and toes. When you're ready, open your eyes. How are you feeling, Sher?
I'm feeling tired, like closing the eyes. I was like, oh, this is nice.
Good. So you might have you got something that we can put into our next exercise?
Oh, distractibility is the one that came to me.
Yep. Okay. And what would the score be?
Oh, about a 6.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So that's strong enough. How are you feeling, Dom?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks. For me, I think some things that have been coming up lately that I've probably expressed to you before, Chamundai, but just this sort of stress and feeling short on time and energy. My diet hasn't been very good, and when I came back from India, I tried to make better changes there, but I just got sort of swept back up into work, and so now I'm kind of like thinking this is the right time to address those parts and make sure that that part of the integration is done well.
Nice.
And it's funny because like I've known I needed to do that, and I had a like a meal box thing a while back that I deferred, and I forgot that I deferred it. I thought I cancelled it, but I thought I deferred it and turned up this morning, and I was actually initially really pissed off. I was like, I didn't want that today, but now I think, okay, this is a good start. So
Yeah, so it's good it took it out of your hands and yeah,
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 yeah.
that's good. And what would you say is in the way of following it, or what might have been in the
It's
way, what was stopping you?
I think what's probably underpinned that and probably similar sort of habits that I want to break a bit is sort of that willpower and feeling of action. And I think what really helped was that exercise, putting our hands on our sort of lower dantian or the dantian area, and sort of like that's especially when I do any sort of tuning in and feeling of that into that central channel. I think that's always the area I feel like I don't have enough motivation or sort of like that let's get to it sort of feeling. So yeah, so that's probably what I think has uh yeah, I think that sort of underpins a lot of those things for me.
Yep, good. Well, what we're going to do is just an obstacle to light up, like whether it's an emotion, or if you feel it, like as you say, as a lack of commitment or discipline or whatever it is. Sometimes there's like a feeling that goes with that, like might be a frustration or a whatever,
Mm.
but it doesn't really matter. You can just use that as a thing that will light up and work on in a minute. What would you say it is between a 0 and a 10?
I think probably like a 5.
Yep. All right. Let's give it a go and just see. I'm just going to stop this.